Trent Alexander-Arnold has been facing the media today for the first time as a Real Madrid player. The England defender said he can't wait to get started following his move from Liverpool and insists the expectations are to win the Club World Cup. He could make his Real debut against Al Hilal next week in their opening match of the tournament. Well, let's get more. Vinnie OConnor was at that news conference, joins us live now from Madrid. Vinnie, how impressed were you with Trent, with the world's media there today?
Yeah, it was, Joe. I thought he handled it really well. He looked pretty calm when he came into this media room a short while ago and conducted that news conference. And he gave the impression of someone very excited to be a Real Madrid player. Of course, he said that he'd waited a long time for this moment. What he actually meant was that it's been 2 weeks that it's been in the waiting for him to be presented here at Real Madrid's training centre. And therefore, he was just really chomping at the bit to get going. He's still to meet his teammates, or the majority of his teammates. He'll get that opportunity tomorrow as well when he trains under Xabi Alonso, and he spoke about Xabi Alonso, what a privilege it will be to work under him, because of course as a Liverpool fan back in 2005 Trent Alexander-Arnold knows about what happened in Istanbul. Xabi Alonso very much a big part of that, and Trent Alexander-Arnold spoke about the fact that his game has been so influenced by Xabi Alonso, watching him as a youngster, watching his range of passing, and something in essence I suppose that Trent has been able to model in his game when you look at his range of passing. And we saw highlights of that as well in an introductory video, because before he came into this media room, of course, he was introduced by Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president. That was in front of his partner Estelle, his parents, his brothers as well, and the gathered dignitaries. And then it was up to Trent Alexander-Arnold himself to give a speech, his first speech as a Real Madrid player, which he conducted in fluent Spanish.
Fichar por un club como Real Madrid no sucede todos los días.
This doesn't happen every day. It's a dream come true.
Estoy muy feliz y orgulloso de estar
I'm very
aquí.
happy and proud to be here.
Tengo muchas ganas de enseñarle mi juego a los madridistas.
Hi Trent, Vinnie from Sky Sports. Well done on the Spanish, by the way. How long have you been learning?
A few months.
We see your emotions on the final day of the season with Liverpool. How do you contrast them with the emotions that you're going through today? And also, as you've spoken about wanting to win the Ballon d'Or in the past, how much was that a motivating factor in your decision to come here? And is that the ultimate ambition for you, or is it all about La Liga and winning Champions League as well?
Look, I think... No, I don't think it influenced my decision to come here at all, to be honest. I think, you know, you joining a club like this with the teammates that I've now joined, it's going to be quite hard to win a man on board with the amount of superstars we've got in this team. But no, it's exciting. It is the kind of players I want to play with. I've admired them, I've played against them, and how good they are. To be a part of the team and to be playing with them rather than against them will be good.
And Vinnie, Trent did speak in more detail about how tough it was to leave Anfield. Just tell us a bit more about that and what he had to say.
Yes, I don't think that's too much of a surprise for someone who'd been associated with the club for 20 years. Remember, he joined the academy as a 6-year-old. We actually saw in that highlights video of his career to date some of his performances for the academy as well, and just how he's grown as a player, his ability, not just defensively, but in front of goal, and his range of passing that I mentioned as well. And we saw, of course, his emotion on that final day of the season at Anfield, and the tears that started running in front of the Kop as well. And I say, given that association, you can understand why it was difficult for Trent Alexander-Arnold to leave, particularly, as he put it today, that he achieved everything that he wanted to. And you look at it, a European Cup, 2 Premier League titles, an FA Cup, 2 League Cups, of course, a Club World Cup, and a European Super Cup on top of that as well. But he certainly gave the impression today of someone who's happy with the decision that he's made, because he felt that the time was right to make this move.
I think I've probably known it for a long time, is that if I was to ever leave Liverpool, it would only be to go to Real Madrid. That would be the only club for me. And then, you know, it gets to a point where you've got to make a decision whether to go or to stay. And, you know, making that decision, you know, it wasn't an easy decision. I'm not going to say it was easy, because I've been there so long, been a part of it. But eventually, you know, you have to make a decision, and in my mind I've made the right one, and it's one that I'm very excited about.
What he also said was that he was very appreciative of the send-off that he received from Liverpool. He actually spoke to the owners and they said that he's welcome back at Liverpool at any time. And you will have noticed today that he will take the number 12 shirt here at Real Madrid and he will have Trent on the back. He explained that. He seemed to feel that people in Europe get a bit confused by the Alexander-Arnold name, so it's a lot more simple if he is just referred to as Trent. And now as his Real Madrid career gets underway, he's gearing up for that Club World Cup, which he believes and feels that Madrid can go on to win. Certainly that's the ambition, at least, from this squad.